Hey, welcome to Brunch with Brian. Today I'm going to talk about phone tips. It's Friday, so you should be launching into your weekend, getting on the phone. Actually, Friday is one of my favorite days for the phone. So Friday phone day. We actually we'd like to have for a lot of our students, we'd like to have them schedule a calling time on Friday, and that would be maybe 5 to 6. Maybe 6 to 7. Sometimes you can get a hold of a lot of people during the day. You know, the world changed when everybody got cell phones, and now pretty much you can get a hold of people. I grew up when everybody didn't have a cell phone. It seems weird. It seems like ancient times. But now everybody's got a cell phone, so when you call people, but people work during the day, so sometimes people just can't take a call during the day. So actually the way we have our recommended schedule for students is we say, pick 3 to 4 calling times per week. So think about your schedule right now and think about when you could find 4 or 5 calling times per week. Now let's say one is Friday, so phone Friday. And so let's look at telephone Tuesday and phoning Friday. So on Friday, it's also formal dining room Friday. We always do formal dining room on Friday. And so when you guys are doing these deals, I want you to it's really done on the phone. I mean, almost all these deals, you're either going to figure out whether you got a deal or not, whether to pursue it or not, whether to set a deal meeting appointment or not, based on your closing call. So it really comes down to that. So I'd like to talk about the steps of the closing call. I can get you this form. If you want to get this form, call 888-RICH-NOW, or you can always, I'll give you a phone number. This is the best way to get a hold of us. This is our son Dashel, who works for us in the office and in real estate. So his number is everyone should have this in your phone because it's the easiest way to get a hold of us. And you can call this today to sign up for our Taking Action workshop coming up in August 26th. So you can call and tell Dashel that you want to sign up today. So it's 480-789-3649. So write that down. Put it in your phone. It's the Wolf's office, our son Dashel. That's his phone, his work phone. So 480-789-3649. Okay. So it's Phone Friday. So let's go through the steps of the closing call, and you can get this form. Call Dashel, or you can also text that number as well. Call or text. So you can just text Dashel, say I want the steps of the closing call form. So number 1, get your seller or buyer on the phone. That's obviously a big deal, and that's why we pick calling times when we think we're going to get a hold of people. And I usually like it when you have one calling time that's during during the lunch hour, like something where you're calling people from noon to 1. Okay. Actually, I have a student in Connecticut that we're going to do calls today on some of his leads, and we're actually going to start at noon. So for me, that's about 20 minutes from now. So, but for him, it's noon to 1, and we're going to be doing a bunch of calls. So that's great. So get your seller or buyer on the phone, pick the best calling times, talk to the decision maker. And usually they'll help you. They'll guide you. Always ask. You have a couple minutes right now. Next, build rapport. This is the step that sometimes gets overlooked, but there's 2 massive reasons to build rapport. Why? Number 1. I want you to build trust, and they need to trust you, especially if they're going to do some creative financing deal, some pre-funded deal, and leave a mortgage in their name and give you their house. So they got to have trust. And then the second reason is to uncover hot buttons. There's certain things, there's reasons they want to do this. They have family needs. Sometimes they'll tell you. Sometimes you'll say, well, why are you looking to move, and when are you looking to move? Write those down. Those are key questions for building rapport and uncovering the seller's hot buttons. So why are you looking to move? And you can't always just come blurting that out. You just say, hi, this is Brian Wolf, and I'm looking to buy your house. When are you looking to move, and why are you looking to move? You got to kind of warm them up a little. Tell me a little bit about the house. So what's the story on the house? So remember, we have a whole page of rapport building scripts, kind of goes with our steps to the closing call. So yes, if you want this as well, just call the office. This is the little handout we used to do at events. So live events, steps to the closing call, and rapport building scripts. Crucial for your success right here. And it even talks about rapport building topics and everything, okay? It also talks about, for building rapport, make sure you've got that bio written. That will give you confidence when you get that done, and if you haven't done it yet, do it now. I mean, like right when we're off. Write 3 lines that make you sound good. And the first line's going to be, I buy and sell houses all around the area. Or we buy and sell houses all around the area. Don't say the word investor. Don't say I'm an investor, because people don't like to hear that word. They think you're going to lowball them. So say, even if they say, are you an investor? You say, actually, I buy and sell houses all around the area. Okay, now number 3 is verify information. Sometimes just, you know, it's all on Zillow, so there's not a lot you have to verify. But you can verify, you know, if the opening call was done by someone else, you can say, so you indicated that you'd be open to take in monthly payments, or something like that. Just follow the closing call script. It's perfect. So, and I mean that, guys. Every script I've ever put out there that I've given to you guys, having you use, we use it. All of our students use it. We've done it hundreds of times before it ever gets to you. Every word has been carefully chosen. Sometimes I chose the to that. You know, I mean, that's how careful I am with the words. Neuro-linguistic programming, so stick to the scripts, guys. That should be on here. Steps to the closing call, stick to the scripts. So number 4 is close the deal. That's where you explain it. You know, just follow the script. You know, when I say close the deal, that might actually make you kind of nervous. Hey! Closing the deal, I got dogs. So, you know, hey, closing the deal sounds scary to me. Just read the script. Just keep reading the script and the deal closes by itself. You know, you got 4 deal points, we call them, 4 pre-funded deal points, and once you work those out, then it's done. And all the best ways to work that out. For instance, guys, you can say, hey, we usually put nothing down, or hey, can you give me a nothing down deal? People don't really want to hear the word nothing down on their house. So how do you say that? You say, hey, the way this normally works is the first payment you'll get from us is after we close, when we start making those monthly payments. So you understand that, right? That's it. And if they say, yeah, I understand that, and so you say, yeah, you understand that? So the first payment you'll get from us will be when we start making monthly payments. That's great. Okay. And if they get that, guys, they just agreed to a nothing down deal without you having to hammer it in there that you're doing it for nothing down. So follow the scripts. They're smooth and they're beautiful, and they will help you get those deals closed. Okay. Also, you'll answer questions and objections here, and maybe walk them through the process. Remember, you're not closing the deal. You're not sitting there with the paperwork at this point. You're just going through the basic 4 terms. What are those? Purchase price. What are they? Do you know? Purchase price. This is my favorite order. Purchase price, monthly payment, length of term, and down payment. So always know those. And if you read the best script to read, the best script ever created for this business, for this creative financing, seller financing, pre-funded deal business, is our 2.5 page long seller financing closing call. So if you've got something that's about 2.5 pages long and it says across the top, seller financing closing call, and it was written by me, you've got the best 2.5 pages to close deals in this business. So just stick to that script, trust that script. Okay, so and then after you close the deal, set the appointment. Remember, that's really the goal of the call, is to get that appointment and as many deal points as you can figured out. You don't always get them all hammered out entirely, but you usually try to get in the ballpark, in the range. That's a phrase you say a lot. Write that down. That's in the range. Can I come out and see the house? When can I come out and see the house? And then number 6, sign off with enthusiasm. I always like to say sign on and off with enthusiasm. So show a lot of enthusiasm. You know, you're never going to be Lynette. Lynette has like the most enthusiasm ever. But be the cheeriest version of you can be on these calls. And that, you know, people will like to work with, you know, positive, friendly, smiling people. People can tell you're smiling on the phone, so always smile on the phone. Okay? Let's say that. I smile on the phone. And guys, you know what? Say it with a smile. Write that down. Say it with a smile. Sometimes the hardest lines are, you know, if you're smiling, they come off good. Like, so the mortgage is going to stay in your name, but we'll take care of everything. And so you can just move on with your life. Doesn't that sound great? Okay, so I said that with a smile, you know, and it makes it sound a lot more pleasant. So your toughest closing lines, sometimes try saying them with a smile. So stick to the scripts. A lot of S's there. Stick to the scripts and say it with a smile. If you do that, honestly, and if you get on the phone enough, if you make your 3 or 4 closing call times a week, and you get enough leads to call, it's inevitable that you're gonna have success at this, okay? So make your calls, phone Friday, telephone Tuesday, pick 3 to 4 times during the week that you're gonna lock in and make calls, okay? Because calls are the core of the business. Oh, I never said that before, but that's true. Calls are the core of the business. That's a good one. Write that down. Calls are the core of the business. Okay, well, why don't we just say that for our mantra, our affirmation. Okay, ready? Calls are the core of the business. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Calls are the core of the business. Calls are the core of the business. Calls are the core of the business. Yes, and I'm going to do great on calls. I'm great at calling. Let's do that. I'm great at calling. I'm great at calling. I'm great at calling. Guys, just keep saying you're great. I like to say I'm a master caller. That's what I am a master caller. Okay, so say those affirmations. It's amazing how powerful they are. Remember, you are not your mind. Sometimes we identify with our stream of consciousness. Our stream of consciousness is just where our mind is happening to wander throughout the day. Hopefully you're focused and you're directing it. But remember, you're in charge of your mind. You can determine what you think, and the best way to take control of your mind if you're thinking nervous, anxious thoughts or negative thoughts is do an affirmation. I love affirmations. Okay, let's try deep breathing. Nice deep breath in. Hold your breath a little bit and nice deep breath in. I went over, didn't I? That's because I love talking about calling, and the steps of the closing call are important for your success. Okay, big smile. Last deep breath in and hold it a little bit and wow, that's invigorating. All right, great brunch with Brian this morning, and you're gonna have great calls this weekend. Make a lot of calls, guys, and you know what? Talk to agents too. If you pay the agent's commission, sometimes they'll get on your side and they will talk to the seller and they'll say, maybe you could take monthly payments. Is there a reason you couldn't take monthly payments? And so maybe you get that agent on your side. Now, why is the agent going to get on your side? It's not altruistic behavior. They want to make a check. So you're calling on listings that are 30 days, 60 days old, and sometimes they give up on it, 90 days old, and they thought this thing was a dog, and all of a sudden you call out of the blue and you give them a commission, pay their full commission and close this deal. So guys, lots of calls this weekend. Get on the phone, and today, phone Friday, and have an awesome weekend. I'll tell you about a whole bunch of deals we're buying on Monday. Okay, remind me. I'll do a recap of we're going to buy at least 2 houses this weekend, and I'll go over some of our deals more in depth because that's always fun. So guys, it's been a great brunch with Brian today. Hi Christy, WL, Robert, all you guys are great. Love seeing you here. So until we see you on Monday, keep expecting success, taking a lot of action, and getting awesome training from us, but getting on the phone this weekend. Get on that phone, talk to those sellers,